Celebration time. It don't matter what part of the jewel they come from. You that you and me that me.
Silkgrass Farms products can be found in supermarkets countrywide. Our Belize Watch team sat down with Executive Director Dr. Henry Canton and members of his team to discuss the diverse range of products they produce. We will have that conversation after this break to hear from our partners, the Barry, Silkgrass Farms, Minister Kevin Bernard, and Del Martin.
You better know, it's the only way to go. We stay apart, then we have to fall. Count on you, count on one and all. It's not for you, not for me, it's not for we. It's not for you, not for me, it's not for we. Love and respect one another.
Debari is your one-stop store of choice. We have an array of electronics and accessories to keep you connected. Your home will be the envy of your friends when you choose from a wide variety of household appliances. We can help you dress the entire family in style and comfort with our selection of clothing and footwear. Visit our store on Albert Street in Belize City, San Pedro, La Isla Bonita, Park Street in Orange Walk Town, Belmopan, and San Ignacio, Santa Elena. Debari, get more, pay less.
Orange Walk, the future is brighter. Since Kevin Bernard became your representative, progress has never stopped, with Plan Belize 2.0 leading the way. In Palmar, 2 main roads have been paved. The main road that passes through Tower Hill Village has been paved, connecting our community. In Tan Pine Ridge, the entire road has been paved, a major step forward. And every month, new roads are being paved in Orange Walk East. Kevin Bernard is committed to building a stronger Orange Walk East, one road at a time. Together, we're moving forward. Kevin is the people's champion.
Celebration time. It don't matter what part of the jewel they come from. You that you and me that me. But guess what? All are we the one. See what I mean? Jump and shout all over the nation. With a new creation. It's been too long, we've got to unite now. Time and space can't keep us apart right now.
And I have the honor and pleasure and privilege of being at one of my favorite spots. And I'll tell you why it's one of my favorite spots, because of the quality products it produces. And I'm talking about Silkgrass Farms. And I mean it, because, anyway, I love the juices. The Silkgrass juices are the best. And I am happy to be here with Henry Canton, who is the general manager of Silkgrass Farms. And, well, I'll tell you what, Henry. Thanks for having me here. right? As usual, it's a pleasure and honor. And you brought out all these juices, but I can't drink all of them in one lick, man.
You can, the bathroom is right inside.
Oh, okay. we could we could try. We could try. All right. But I tell you what, I'll take one of my favorites in a few. But you have your staff here with us, right? So maybe
Can't let the young ones know what the old ones know. We can't let the young ones know what the old ones know.
okay, we will leave that alone, right? We won't go there. I think I'm watching too many comedy shows. But anyway, let's get the introduction, Henry, and maybe you might introduce your staff to me.
We have Katie Ann Sims. She's out of Jamaica. Been with us now for going on 2 years, I think. She's our head product developer. She has a lab down at the factory, and we'll end up there, so she can also explain that.
So you take me to Cadian's headquarters, right?
Okay.
Her cave, she calls it her cave. I when I did the tour the first time I went into her cave, I remember I went into her cave and I met her.
Right.
How are you doing, Cadian?
I'm doing well, thank you. Happy to be here.
Okay, and you do all this mixing, right?
Some, yes.
You learn all that thing. You talk Creole in Jamaica, right?
Patois.
Patois.
Yes.
Yeah. But that's the same thing.
Yeah, similar.
Me I talk like a Jamaican man when I'm ready. That's how I talk, no? When I talk like that, right? that are really patois imitation, no?
Yes.
All right. But in Creole we say that's how you talk.
Yeah, man.
But anyway,
You did well.
I did well.
Yeah.
I passed the test.
Yes.
All right. Well, it's a pleasure again to see you. From the last time I saw you doing a lot of work, and you mix all of this, right?
Yes.
Some of the formulas.
For some of them, yes. For the
And
blends.
I'm looking forward to learning from you later on about some of these formulas.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Right. Henry, who else we got?
We have Evaristo Shal, who's on your right-hand side. Evaristo is the head of quality. He's very key in making sure that KDN gets the product, the quality product, and the product she requires in order for her to make the products that are in front of you.
So, Evaristo,
Yes, sir.
you make sure the product tastes the way it should taste, that that conforms to a standard. You have to taste all of it?
Every day, all of them, from the start to the finish, we have to taste all of them. Yes, yes, sir.
What experience do you have, Evaristo, in tasting?
Well, I've worked in the lab for approximately 15 years now. I was out from University of Belize. I started working at a laboratory, and it's beverage, juices, mostly citrus. We're very, very experienced in tasting and how to go about tasting the juices and testing them and ensuring that they're of the highest standards consistently, so that our customers are happy and we maintain that quality profile of all our juices. Yes.
So if I taste one of these juices and I'm happy with it, I would say Evaristo did a good job on this one, right?
That is right. Yeah.
Well, you're a very important guy, and I will put it to the test again shortly because I enjoy drinking silk grass juices. Like I said,
You're happy so far.
yeah. Well, if you go to my home right now, you'll find silk grass juices in my fridge.
That's nice. That's nice. Yeah.
So, yeah. And then, okay, Henry, you do the next introduction now.
Well, I just want to clarify one thing with Evaristo too. Is not only is he important in regards to the organoleptic components of the juices that we make, he's also very important in making sure that they're microbially safe, that it's safe food, and that sort of process. So he's also responsible for the microbiology lab and the chemistry lab and all those labs to make sure that the product is this of a standard of healthy food or safe food, wholesome food, and that sort of stuff. The gentleman beside him is Wilfred Pascasio. Wilfred is our chief operations officer of the factory. He's joined us now for three months, and he's trying to make sure that everything comes together holistically. Well experienced and been around for a long time.
Let's get to know Wilfred. Wilfred, you're chief operations officer. Give me some background.
Okay, as Henry mentioned, the idea is, of course, to help with the interaction within the team. We have a team that manages the plant, the quality being one, product development being one. We have engineer, and we also have the plant manager himself. So I, make sure that team operates and do so well oiled. Yeah.
So, what background do you have in all of this?
I've been in processing for about 30 years. I've met yeah, it's been a while, correct. Yeah, I started off at CBBL and then moved on to other plants from there. Did some little personal or private work separately, but I've been in processing for quite some time. Yeah.
And okay, so what we have here right now is a team that makes things possible, right?
Part of a team, yeah. As I mentioned, we have an engineer involved. We have a plant manager involved. We also have a health and safety person involved as well. Yeah.
You all had all of this, so
certain different departments that needs to be managed. Like I said, engineering and as well, we do have certification compliance because we are certified internationally to produce food safe product. Sorry. Yeah.
right. So now we will go to now. We look at the product now, Henry, because I just can I pick a juice at random?
Sure.
Okay. Let me see. This one, melonade. I think it's one of my favorites. All right. Now, can I ask her what goes into making melonade?
Well, the melonade is a blend of watermelon juice, passion fruit, sugarcane juice, and ginger.
Okay.
Right.
How long it took you to come up with this formula?
Looking at all the juices that we have available, all the fruits that we extract, I was tasked with coming up with blends. And so watermelon being one of the major juices that we had in stock, we decided that we wanted to do something that was different.
Okay.
And so melonade was born after some trials.
Mm-hmm.
And we came up with this flavor profile, and it was a hit. And so we decided to go forward with this one.
And who came up with the name melonade?
That was me.
You?
Yes.
Wow, very creative. Melonade, original, creative, good juice. But there's one thing I noticed sometime when we drink a silkgrass juice or when you go and buy it in the store, it seems that there's clear liquid here and then there's a pulp sitting at the bottom. Why is that?
That is because the juice is 100% natural. There are no additives that keeps it together. So when you blend a juice, you have pulp, fiber, as well as the liquid component of it.
Uh-huh.
And once that happens, it settles. Once you leave it to sit, it will settle.
Okay.
So that is because it's 100% natural.
Okay. 100% natural. And so that's what we have to understand, that this juice here, and even this other one here, you can see the pulp in it, So when you buy the juice, before you consume it, you shake it, and then you consume it, right? But it has to be kept cold, right?
Yes.
Once it heats up, is there a problem? Like if I buy it and I leave it out in the heat?
With all natural things, over time, you will have deterioration. To preserve the juice in its natural element for as long as possible, we will recommend that you keep it chilled. That is in your refrigerator.
Uh-huh.
That will limit these natural processes that continue to happen since the juice is natural. So we have enzymes as well as other things that are in there that are continuing with their processes.
Mm-hmm.
And so over time, those processes continue, it will deteriorate. Mm-hmm. So to keep it fresh for as long as possible, you tend to keep it in the fridge.
Okay. So like this one, for example, this one expires way next year or something like that. I mean, they have a long shelf life, right?
Right.
This is November, sorry. Expires in November, and we are in
It's first
September,
yes.
October, November. So they have a long shelf life, really.
Yes, our products are for 120 days refrigerated.
120 days refrigerated.
Yes, approximately 4 months. And that is because of the process that it undergoes, which is HPP, or high pressure processing.
Okay.
And that equipment enables us to get that extended shelf life. It reduces the microbial load which is available, which is found on all fruits. And so once we pass that through the machine, it reduces the microbial load enough so that it will last 120 days.
120 days.
Yes.
Henry, I know all this came from a concept that you had, because I think that's what you told me, that you'll produce good juices. Maybe you could take me back again and refresh my mind on the beginning of all of this.
Well, the whole concept of juices and the juices that we have in the market and the juices we used to produce, Wilfred can attest to this because he was there as a young man, from the CCB days, the Citrus Company of Belize days, to the CPBL days. It was to try and make sure we have as natural a juice with as little preservatives, et cetera, in it. So when we formed the company and we came up with the idea, what we wanted was a product that would not be a commodity and a product that would not be like a monoculture. So we wanted to have a variety of different products and respect the seasonality of what we had. So what Katie Ann was alluding to with when you were asking her about the separation, is that we can make this not separate simply by adding emulsifiers or extenders and stuff like that to it, which most people do and still call it natural, but it is no longer natural. So our philosophy, and don't think we don't have the debate around the table all the time about doing exactly that, because every time you go to the shop and you do a market review, you hear, oh, we think it separates, therefore it spoils, and that sort of stuff. Some people, when they reach shake well before drinking, they shake and then drink. It's the whole concepts of the things that you have to add. Another big experience that we're having that Wilfred and his team are making sure of is temperature abuse. We're beginning to try to make sure that we can regulate the product and regulate how the product is being distributed and how the product is being handled because of product abuse. And that's the worst enemy to us all. But I'd also like to take this little opportunity, because all three of the people that you spoke to just now kept saying we work as a team, and we're a strong team, and we do have an ethos that speaks to, it's not just me, it is us. And therefore, we have a very strong team, and these guys have put together a well-trained, they keep training people and that sort of stuff. So I think what you're hearing there is the pride of being part of a team that produces the best possible juice that one can drink.
And as natural as possible.
As
natural as possible. Now, you have a big job, because whenever she puts this together, you have to taste it.
Taste it and test it.
Taste it and test it. And you do the tasting personally. You don't put nobody else to taste it for you. Walk me through that process.
Okay. Yeah, well, in the laboratory, in charge of the quality assurance team, I have a team that besides myself, that does the tasting and the sampling and the testing of all the products that we produce from the start to the finish. So just a little science to the separation of the juices. What the major component that creates that separation is natural fiber from all fruits, what we refer to as pectin. It's the compound that tries to hold the fruit together. So when we do our processing, again, it's mechanically processed. Therefore, it's still there and it's natural. So it continues to do its job. It creates that separation. It pulls all the pulp together. So it's just, again, proof that it is 100% natural. Yeah. And in the lab, we test for the sweetness of the juice, the acidity, all the organoleptics, the flavor profile, the odor, the everything regarding the microbiological aspect of it. So we have to ensure that it is safe. Again, like what Katie mentioned, those microbes are present everywhere. Therefore, we need to ensure that before we ship that to the customer, they are not present, and we have the equipments to do all of that. We test for aerobic bacteria, we test for yeast, mold, coliforms, or E. coli, everything that needs to to not be there, we ensure that it is safe for the consumer.
And I certainly feel safe drinking it because I enjoy drinking it. But this young man here has to make sure that everything is in tip-top shape, right?
Correct, yes.
Alive and correct. So let's go talk about your role in all of this.
Sure. As I was mentioned before, my role is really to interact with the team and get them to, as I work like a well-oiled machinery. And as Henry mentioned, of course, it is a really...
Okay, my juice. Sure. All right. Good. All right. Sorry, I interrupted you to open my juice, but go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, you're having good stuff there. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So one of the things that also was not mentioned is that, and this is also to keep our juice as natural as possible. We don't use heat. It's only mechanically expressed or extracted, and cold pressed. So even, of course, our preservation method, unlike many other establishments, we use a pressure to preserve it. So there's no heat involved. And that has its effect, of course, where, as you see, there would be a little bit more separation, a little more early separation than you would if you had heated the product. But it preserves it in a way that is more natural. All the aromas, the smell, the flavor is there, unlike if you'd have heated the product. Yeah. Our team, as was mentioned, knows all this, and they put that into effect. With the selection of fruits to selection of final product, which is of course sold to the consumer.
Now look at the selection of fruits. You get your fruits from your farm, right? From your farm primarily, but do you buy from other farmers? Let's walk me through.
Yeah, we do purchase some fruits from outside suppliers. Again, they are taken through the checking, of course, what product they are giving, make sure it's of top quality. And there are certain providers who, of course, we use quite a bit, especially like for coconuts, watermelon. Those are outside of our company.
Yeah. If someone wants to become a supplier to Silkgrass Farms, you vet that person who does that work. Do you do that work? Like go out and see who that person qualifies and the quality of the fruits that you're really pulling in matches what you really want, and in other words, the acceptance and rejection process.
Yeah. So there is a department of the company as well that does that. They liaise with the outside suppliers. They do checks, quality checks, but then they also bring in samples into the plant for analysis and verification that it is within the requirements. And then we would then accept those fruits for processing. So that's done by another department. Yeah.
Started off with a question with Evaristo, and I think it's a very critical question for product development and how do you get to a final product. And that is the taste testing component of getting there. And KDN basically has a series of testers organized in a way where she, it's individually tested. Huh? Explain your testing process, and then, because it's important.
Okay.
Testing process. That's what we're going to talk about.
Taste testing.
Taste testing. You have a job for me. You think I can be a taste tester because
I want good for your heart, so I'm sure you'll be a good taste.
Okay. Let me shake my juice first again. Okay. Taste testing process.
Okay, so the process involves checking your raw materials to ensure that you have what is needed to make your final product. And so before we even start to make the product, you have to ensure that your raw materials fall within a certain specification, and that enables us to have a consistent product every time. So when we send a product out there, our customers can ensure that they're getting a consistent product. The flavor doesn't change.
Yeah.
Right. So after we've tested our raw materials and then we blend, we have a panel of individuals that we get to taste the final product to ensure that it tastes the same and it falls within our organoleptic standards that we have set for ourselves and for our products. So we'll have a panel, they will come in, they will assess the product and give their feedback on flavor, color, the aroma or the odor, certain bitterness, if bitterness is a quality of the juice, such as grapefruit. So we have different components that we will ask them to analyze or to assess. And when that is done, then we can say, okay, this product is okay for the market.
Okay.
After, of course, it goes through the other quality checks, such as microbial and chemical testing.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's where he ended up
Yes.
tasting a whole lot of stuff. Anything you want to add to what she said?
Well, that's basically how it all starts when it comes to the panel. They provide the specification, what we would call it, and then we just ensure that everything that we're producing thereafter sticks within that specification, right? So all of them has the same sweetness, the same sourness when it comes to the acidity, and if it needs to be bitter, it has to be at that concentration or that flavor profile that is required. Yeah.
So my juice really won't taste one way in the summer and another way in another season of the year.
No. It's consistent. We do, however, the fruits are seasonal. That's where blending comes in. We have early products that may, with citrus, they may, what we refer to as a lower ratio. They are more on the sour side of the flavor profile. But at the ending of the summer, you get what we refer to as the higher ratio, and then there's less of that acidity. So what we do is we get both, and then we blend them. We have our own testing to ensure that it falls within the specification of what good quality fruit, for example, for citrus. In the midsummer, that's where you would tend to get mostly the highest quality citrus, right? So that's basically what we do. We blend all the profiles to ensure that we get that consistent quality of our products.
Really good. And I must say it's consistent indeed, because like I say, I'm a consumer as well. You know, so I can talk from doing this show, listening to you all, and relating it to what I actually consume when I buy your juice, and it's usually consistent.
It's to a large extent, and Wilfred could answer the volume question. I don't want him to get away with that, but the one of the critical issues that happens here is after KDN and Everista and them have done their part, which is putting together a formulation, putting together specifications and stuff like that. Wilfred has to make sure that the rest of the team, that the equipment is sterile, that the equipment is clean, that there is no contamination of the product, and that in fact, when it passes this critical control point, which says that food is a safe food, and the microbial test, because every product that comes out goes on a 48-hour hold. So Everista will hold them, put it on hold, and then 48 hours later say it's clear to go out into the market because my microbial counts are whatever they are, 0 or whatever, and that sort of a situation. So there's many components to product development, and it's the many components of that product development that makes many people fail, because you could come up with a really nice product, but you have to understand the chemistry of the product, and then after you've solved the problems of the chemistry of the product, it has to go through the factory and the equipment, the cleanliness of the equipment, the not being able to infect it again or recreate another infection point to the juice and all that sort of stuff is also as critical as probably the tasting profile of the juice itself. If not, it is going to blow up regardless of what you do.
So Wilfred, yeah, you that's a heavy responsibility you got, right?
Challenging, yes, but enjoyable. Yeah,
Enjoyable.
yeah, it is.
What do you enjoy the most, and what is most challenging?
Getting here, when we see that, of course, we produce a juice that is so acceptable by the consumers, that's the gratifying part of it. Yeah.
Okay, let's get to the quantity now. How much juice do you produce on a, let's say, daily basis or monthly, weekly, however you want to break it down?
Yeah. It is seasonal, depending on the fruit type. Our lines are able to do varying production rates. Like say, for example, coconut oil. we process 2,500 pounds of coconut meat an hour to get coconut oil. 100 pounds, yeah.
Oh.
Correct, yeah. For watermelon, we do about 7,000 pounds of watermelon an hour. So again, that is of course when the season is on for that. So it varies dependent on the line that we're doing. Citrus, if I give it by boxes, because of our line structure, we can do about 300 boxes an hour. So it varies, as I said, depending on the yeah. It is, yeah.
It's big, but it's not huge.
Excuse me?
It's big, but it's not huge. I mean, compared to like a CPBL who can process but produces one type product. What really makes it for us, we're only really 2 years old operationally, so we're just now developing a market. We're just now getting past the local market and going in internationally. We're just beginning to.
How's it going internationally?
We have 15 to 17 leads right now, and some of them are very, very promising. But we're also being very picky because handling of a product isn't for anybody, especially people who are used to shelf stable and that sort of stuff. We're looking for people that can handle a cold chain product or a product that's and handle it correctly. We talk about coconut water and pink. Yes, coconut water does go pink. However, if it goes through temperature abuse, which is a variation in temperature over time, you will see that it gets red. It gets even pinker. So it's these are some of the things that we have to control, and some of the things that we need to be able to explain to people, because these questions come out. We have a team that goes out and does testing it in the market. Set up a table and ask people to get different opinions and stuff like that. But it's not. If we put preservatives and if we did stabilizers and emulsifiers and stuff like that, it would be, 70% easier? But staying 100% natural and keeping it 100% natural and going through the market as a cold chain product, 100% natural, is a huge challenge. And then the number of products we can handle. You're looking at probably 12, 14 SKUs, which are units, different kinds of products. And they themselves are dependent on, like Wilfred said, seasonality. When watermelon season is in, when orange season is, we try to blend up. And that's why Katie Ann has developed these blends, so that products that are, when we are in season, we try to take the extra or some that are a little different and put them into a combination of products in order to make them. The whole idea is to waste nothing, and to make sure that we have a very wholesome, very tasteful, very safe product going forward.
So on this table right now, Wilfred, I see this is citrus fusion. There are
citrus juices in there.
Citrus juices,
correct.
Various citrus juices go into making this one.
Yeah, orange, grapefruit, lime.
And then if I turn this one around, orange, pineapple juice.
That's a blend of orange and pineapple. Correct. Yes.
This is watermelon. Limeade. Yeah, but when you think of lime, you think of a clear juice, right? But this is a bit darker. Why is that?
Okay, so as I mentioned, lime juice by itself is not really drinkable. So we've diluted it with using sugarcane juice, and that's extracted straight from the sugarcane stalks itself. That has an ability to brown, and it's called enzymatic browning, and that is why this has a color as such, that it's a little brown than you expect for just diluted lime juice.
So that is the reason why my lime juice looks like this. Because people will say, lime juice look funny, but but this is really with sugarcane juice as well. It's a blend, right? How hard was it to come up with this blend?
It wasn't. I mean, I think lemonade or limeade is something that the Caribbean enjoys.
Yeah,
right? It's one of the staple.
Brown sugar,
right, sugar and lime, water, and that's it. But since we're not using sugar, we're using sugarcane juice as our sweetener then. this would be right.
Yeah,
Right.
There are two things that we said we would never do. Granulated sugar. We're not going to sweeten. There are two things you do in making products like this. You sweeten and you acidify. So there are two things we said we would not do. Add sugar, granular sugar. So we went to cane juice, which is a natural juice. We squeeze it from the cane naturally, and then we add it. And we said we would not add citric acid or any form of manufactured acid into the system. So we use lime juice, or we would use lemon juice when available. So those are two principles that we have, and that's why cane juice, and that's why to a certain extent we'll have lemon or lime added to it.
And then the one I'm drinking is, of course, melonade. 100% pure, 100% juice, no additives, rich in vitamin C and potassium, rich in antioxidants. Shake well, keep refrigerated. Now, how you came up with this melonade idea?
The melonade consists of watermelon juice, sugarcane juice, passion fruit, and ginger extract. Natural ginger. Again, it's whatever it is that we had in store, watermelon being one of our more abundant fruits. And so we decided that we wanted to come up with something different. And normally people will mix watermelon with other things, and we tried the passion fruit and realized that the flavors complemented each other. And to get that little kick, we added ginger to give you a little boost.
Okay.
Right.
Did you do something like this in Jamaica before coming here?
No. No.
What were you doing in Jamaica before coming here?
I was a product development personnel as well, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
We will continue our discussion after this break to hear from our partners, the Barry, Silkgrass Farms, Minister Kevin Bernard, and Del Martin.
It don't matter what part of the jewel they come from. You that you and me that me.
Debari is your one-stop store of choice. We have an array of electronics and accessories to keep you connected. Your home will be the envy of your friends when you choose from a wide variety of household appliances. We can help you dress the entire family in style and comfort with our selection of clothing and footwear. Visit our store on Albert Street in Belize City, San Pedro, La Isla Bonita, Park Street in Orange Walk Town, Belmopan, and San Ignacio, Santa Elena. Debari, get more, pay less.
Rice and beans, our Belizean tradition. Made even better with Silkgrass Farms cold-pressed coconut oil. Rich in healthy fat and full of natural flavor, our coconut oil brings out the best in every dish. From seasoning the pot for rice and beans to browning that perfect stew chicken, cooked on low heat, the coconut oil adds depth and richness to the flavor of your dish. Even when frying plantain, the coconut oil, cooked with gentle heat, brings out the natural sweetness, giving them that golden, crispy finish. Bring the true taste of Belize to the table with cold-pressed coconut oil by Silkgrass Farms.
Well, my name is Wilson Perez, better known as Chato. I'm the organizer and the president of the New Horizons Sporting Club. In 2022, we had the award and the sponsorship, full sponsorship from the Minister of Health. And now it is the fourth year that he is year after year sponsoring the tournament, and then it is something that has facilitated and eased the job for me, so that I could have a easier and tournament and organizing. When it comes to the Mundialito, which is a tournament that exists for the 22 years in Orange Walk, being the oldest district with the tournament. From that is a tournament that we do to keep kids off the streets, to help them, to keep them in positive activities. We have to give credit where it's due, and we have to applaud and thank these people who do the initiative, have the initiative, and help the people and the youth to grow in whatever skills they have.
Celebration time. It don't matter what part of the jewel they come from. You
a nationalist, Belizean nationalist. I love anything produced in Belize. I think Belize is the most beautiful country in the world. Sorry, I know you come from Jamaica, but Belize is the most beautiful country in the world, right? And that's why you are here.
Right.
Now, moving on, I look at this one here, and I see it's a white grapefruit juice. But this you can see where it's settled, where the product is settled at the bottom. At the top, it's very clear. Now, that's because of what you all explained earlier,
Yes.
the cold press and process.
Yes. All natural, and the pectin is grouping all the fibers together, and that's why it's settling.
That's why it's settled.
Yes.
So if you go into a store and you see this settle at the bottom here, and this clear liquid at the top, nothing is wrong with the juice, right?
No, nothing is wrong. It's because there are no stabilizers that are keeping the juice together.
Okay. So
Actually,
all I have to do is...
evidence of naturalness. Actually, it's evidence of naturalness. If you pick up a juice that does not settle, then you start questioning what is in it.
Okay. So if you shake this like that, and there it is, right? And this has a grapefruit color, right?
This one is 100% grapefruit juice. There are no sweeteners. It's just pure juice.
Okay. Here's another one here, pineapple juice, all right? And again, this one I settled. Here's the pineapple pulp at the bottom and the liquid at the top.
Yes.
Shake it
Shake well.
well before you drink it, and you got that, and it's even,
Yes.
right?
And a point to note is we do the whole fruit in our processing. We don't peel, so you get all the nutrients from the peel and the fruit.
I mean,
And
it
the
has
pulp.
skin and everything in
Yes. Yes.
it. So I'm getting this, that's why the flavor is
Rich.
rich.
Yes.
So the pineapple skin and everything.
Yes.
That should be healthy, because a lot of time we don't realize that the health of the fruit is in the skin itself, right?
Right.
Right.
But you know, Chiche, they take the peel from pineapple and they turn it into a drink itself. But it's a probiotic.
Yeah.
So one of the future things that we're going to do is take our pineapple peel waste and pulp waste and turn it into a probiotic shot. Because so you already have some probiotics in your juice. The bad ones we kill, but the good ones we try to make out. But we're going to come up with something because pineapple is special.
But going back to the watermelon, the watermelon skin is in it, or only the white part of the watermelon?
The whole fruit.
The whole fruit. So you take the entire watermelon
Yes. And process that.
and
Crush
process that.
Yes.
Because I have heard people say that watermelon seeds got something in there good for you. That's true?
Yes.
Oh. This is a,
And the skin as well.
and the
Well, that's
skin
why
as
she
well.
started.
And so when I drink this juice, I get seed, skin, everything.
Everything.
Okay, very important to know, you know. But this is one now. How the lime?
The lime is also processed with
With the skin?
Yes.
So what reaction you get from the public when you sell these juices?
Well, as Henry also mentioned, we've tweaked some of them for there to be an even more acceptance of the juices. So they are all over liked, and we are working on them as well to develop them to be even more so. Looking at the color, of course, pinking or darkening, we're trying to reduce that, and all in natural approaches, not by additives.
And your team have a good job, tasting all of this.
Right.
You all must be healthy
Stay
and
healthy.
move healthy
Yes.
all day.
Every morning throughout the day, we're tasting juice. It's fresh and it keeps you fit and healthy.
Lots of energy.
Nutrients and
that's
energy.
Taking it from the field to a natural juice is a challenge, and maintaining it. Wilfred says you have to continuously keep working on it to improve it, because not a whole lot of people have taken this kind of approach to what they want to do, because it is difficult. It is a difficult task to stabilize it and keep it 100%.
And it's a massive investment, of labor, time, energy. When I cut a coconut, right? When I cut a coconut and I pour the water, it's clear. It's not pink. Why would silkgrass water coconut water be pink? What causes this?
Well, when it comes to the pinking of the coconut water, it's a natural reaction of again the natural compounds in all fruits, which we refer to as polyphenols. When those substances react to the natural oxygen and sunlight, it gives a different hue, a pink hue to it, and it's again like the separation. It's just an indication that it is 100% pure and fresh. Over time, again, our shelf life is 120 days. When you get coconut water from the coconut, it's short, so you won't have that time to see the pinking of it because it spoils before it gets pink. However, our one stays long on the shelf, therefore it shows you that reaction, and it's still healthy.
But why would it be able to stay long on the shelf? Because of the cold processing?
Because of the cold processing and the HPP process, the high pressure processing that we put our product under.
What on HPP processing?
HPP processing is the mechanism whereby we pressurize our product to ensure that any living organisms, which are microbes, gets deactivated. All right. Therefore, they won't create any reproduction or spoilage of our product. So that's the main concept behind HPP processing.
The fact there is that we, when the juice is in the bottle, we expose it to 87,000 psi.
For some of us, break that down. It is 6,000 psi and 6,000 rands.
Let's compare it to car tire. We put in about 30, 35 psi in a car tire, and then you ride it on. Imagine that, right? So from 30 we go to 87,000 psi.
That's a lot of pressure.
It's a lot of pressure. Yeah. Yeah. It is a control procedure or process. We would fill a vessel. Of course, as I said, we have the juice in the bottles. We put it in a basket, and then that enters into a vessel where we fill with water, and then we seal the vessel, and then increase the pressure up to that amount, the 6,000 bars or 87,000 psi, and leave it there for 3 minutes, and that kills all the organisms that are in there. Now, what it doesn't do is destroy most of the enzymes. The enzymes are what is responsible for that pinking. As Evaristo had mentioned, so it's a reaction between oxygen and the polyphenol enzymes, and of course it gives you an end product which gives some pink to the juice.
So there's nothing wrong with my coconut water when I see it pink.
It's natural. It's a natural process that it goes through, and if you try, the thing is the age of the coconut contributes to that as well. So we are using young coconut for water, and that has a bit more of the enzymes than would an older coconut. Yeah.
Now, one thing with coconut, some coconuts have a different taste where water is concerned, right? You know, like water, the big one, the meat, you know, the variety, depending on the variety of the coconut, right? How do you reconcile all of that so you got a consistent taste in your product?
Yeah. So of course we do extract water from various varieties. It is blended together, but again, Evaristo goes through testing processes to be able to.
Yeah, but taste it.
He has to taste, right? Yeah, but not only that, there are actual physical tests that he does, like Brix determination. So we make sure we stay within a certain range of sugar content, right? So that is again for consistency. So he checks that and accepts. Okay, once it's within that range, then it's accepted, and then we package it. Yeah. Again for consistency.
Yeah, Henry, you want to say something?
I think an important component to all of this is the fact that Silkgrass Farms factory is SQF certified.
SQF sounds to me like anyway. I don't know
It's an international recognized code of conduct for food products, where it looks at safety. food safety. And along with that would be the adherence to specifications. That's a critical part. Yeah, so the HACCP portion, of course, deals with the food safety part of it. We must look at critical control points, right? And then, of course, I said there's also the quality look where we make sure we manage that based on set specification. So it's all with the objective to present a standard, safe, healthy product to consumers.
And it has to look consistently the same all the time. So when I say a pink coconut water, I know it comes from silk grass.
But the reason why I brought up third-party validation is, yes, Everista has to taste it, but Wilfred has to make sure that he has a black and white sheet that speaks to exactly what's in that. And every product that you see in front of you has a standard operation procedure which we have to follow, and we get audited. Every year they come in and they audit us to determine that we're following through on everything that we do. So the difference between Silkgrass Farms and almost all the other juices that exist is the fact that we do have third-party validation, and therefore what we say we're doing, and it's validated that we are doing it.
No, and next validation I want to talk about, the public validation, the public acceptance of Silkgrass juices. What has it been like? Who could help me with that one there?
So part of the process of product development includes consumer feedback and market testing. And from time to time, we do go out and engage with the public. We do sampling or pop-up shops where we will take our product out and we will allow the public to taste it and give us our feedback. And we will get back to the lab and see if there's anything that they don't like, because of course they are our consumer and it is what they want that we will do. So we will go back and then we will check to see how we can improve our products.
Excellent.
Right.
Excellent. Now another juice here, I think we spoke about this, fruit punch.
The fruit punch has all the fruits that we currently produce. And persons will say that our fruit punch is not red because that is the color that is synonymous with fruit punch.
I was about to ask
But
that.
when you're at home and you blend your fruits, you generally don't get a red color. So this will show that our product is 100% natural.
So there are no additives in this?
No, there aren't. And no artificial color.
No artificial coloring or anything like that. What you see is what you get, or what you see is what is real.
Yes.
Or what you drink is what is real. I think we should put it that way, right?
What you drink is what is real.
Yeah.
Right.
Juice, 100%, no additives, rich in vitamin C, potassium, and rich in antioxidants. Now, antioxidants is good for the body, right? I mean, that means that you really don't have to consume the fruit because you're getting it in a juice. So you go out and buy the juice, because a lot of us go out and buy fruits, because we want to have the benefits of the fruits. But here you are putting it for me in a bottle that I can drink easily.
Right, at your fingertips.
At my fingertips. So if I want the antioxidant benefits of juices, then it's only natural that I try one of your juices, right? Or consume one of your juices. And instead of going out and buy a whole lot of things, I try blending together in a blender. Would you say that is so?
Yes, it is. It is. And again, it is because of the naturalness of our juices, because if we had used heat, then we would have destroyed the enzymes and destroyed the antioxidants. Yes. Because of our processing, cold press, then you're getting 100% everything that the fruit has to offer.
Okay. Very important. Now, moving on, the little different looking bottle here. Lime juice. Why is this bottle a bit different? Is this a new bottle you're bringing out, Henry? Or?
No, that's so that you don't grab it, open it, and drink it.
Right.
Oh, yeah?
Because that's 100% lime juice.
Oh, so this is 100% lime juice. Where's the other one here? There's the other one. This one. This is the one here with the limeade.
Right.
Well, with the sugar cane juice. The one with the sugar cane juice. Well, that looks like this. And this is the pure lime juice that now looks like lime.
Yes. So this is the freshly extracted lime juice, no dilution. This you can use for making your limeade, as well as you can use it to clean your fish or to add to your cocktails or whatever it is that you use lime juice for. So instead of going out to buy the lime, cut it and have to squeeze it, you can just pick up a bottle of Siltgrass lime juice.
And like Henry warned me just so, don't open it and drink it because it's concentrated lime juice. And it says dilute before drinking. There's a sign right just so dilute before drinking, shake well after use, keep refrigerated after opening. And we said, let me see what I say about this one. Our cold pressed lime juice can be used to add a delicious twist to your favorite seafood, sauces, salads, or to make a nice glass of limeade. Oh, so if I want to make good limeade, this is what I would buy and make my own limeade with some water and maybe adding whatever sweetener like of choice that I like, right? That's how it goes.
Yeah, but you know, there's a big thing now where water. If you're drinking 3-4 glasses of water a day, to do a twist of lime in it or a twist of lemon,
Yes.
particularly lemon.
Uh-huh.
Me at home on the weekends when I'm home all day, I will drink all my water. I'll just put a little bit of it.
This is in the store center? This one?
This one. That's always, we sell it by the gallon, we sell it by half gallon.
And I need to take some.
Resorts and everything, buy it.
Yeah.
But instead of buying a dozen limes that have no juice, it's easier to buy a bottle of this and know what you're getting for the money that you've spent.
Make much less sense, lot of sense, right?
You'd be amazed. A lot of people are amazed, like you are right now, that we even have the product. And this product has been out over a year and a half already. We market it, but it's just not a concept that Belizeans hold on to. Yeah.
That is true. We always buy our lime and cut it and what have you, right? Now, then you do your coconut oil too, right?
Yeah, we have.
But you have two labels on that coconut oil. Is that because
We're moving away from the one in my right to the one in my left. Okay. We're upgraded the label.
it's the same product?
It's the same product, but we're just relabeling.
Rebranding? Because of appearance?
And we're gonna be doing it probably through most of our products because we're at that point in time and where little things like change. Like one of the things I know Wilfred and Katie Ann are working on is the cane juice, where we speak about coloration, decoloration, and browning, natural enzymatic browning and stuff. We have to have a different specification on cane juice so that the cane juice itself does not impact the product in regards to browning and coloring as it is as we speak. You know? So there are a number of different things that as we go along, we're learning and we were changing. And, you know, I thank that we have the people who have the capacity and the science behind what we're doing to be able to do this, because we are modifying our juices as we go along to make them better.
I've noted here is honey that you are now producing, Henry. You know, do you have your own hives here, or are you buying honey from the market?
Honey,
what's going on here with this honey?
Yeah, honey is something actually we've been producing for some time, 3 years. The last 2 years we were not big on it because the dry seasons that we had put a punishment on the bees, and we had to feed them, and therefore production was really, really down. But this year has been a good year, and we're back up. We're building hives, and we're building the quantity of honey that we are producing.
It's a sort of reintroduction to the market, basically, of your honey.
Yeah, we need to reintroduce it, but we need to add value to it, and the packaging is a big component of adding value to something. Honey in glass is way more receptive than honey in plastic. As you know, plastic has its own negativity that comes in. But honey for us is not a primary product, it's a secondary product. Okay. We believe that pollination, in particularly our coconut groves and all the other products that we have, that pollination is a critical component. We also believe that bees are a strong indicator of a healthy environment. If you do not have a healthy environment and you're using a lot of pesticides and that sort of stuff, you cannot have bees, and you cannot have honey, and you cannot have hives. So therefore, honey for us is we don't buy in. Or if we do have people that provide it, it's hives that are in our groves or close to our groves that we are aware of how they're managing it. But we're hoping to build up to 300, 500 hives and therefore that's substantive honey. Another little secret is that I think that Katie Ann at some point will be playing around with honey and coconut water and honey and some other stuff, because honey is a natural energizer. Yes. And so you have coconut water, which is a hydrator for hydration, but if you could add energy to it with honey, then you have a hydrating energy drink type. So there are a lot of little things around honey that become sexy for us, and we are trying to get into that now.
How far are we on this secret of blending honey and coconut water?
Very close. And with that, I'll invite you to the lab so that you can see where all of this comes together, and you will be able to see both testing and product development.
Will I be able to sample the honey and the coconut water?
Definitely.
All right. I'm looking forward to something that I can get some energy, right?
Okay. So we can go to the lab, and you can see all of that happening.
I'm looking forward to visiting the lab. So let's go to the lab.
In our final segment, our team is inside the lab to get a closer look at the process. We will have that for you after we hear from our partners, the Barry, Silkgrass Farms, Minister Kevin Bernard, and Del Martin.
You da you and me da me. But guess what? All are we the one. See what I mean?
Debari is your one-stop store of choice. We have an array of electronics and accessories to keep you connected. Your home will be the envy of your friends when you choose from a wide variety of household appliances. We can help you dress the entire family in style and comfort with our selection of clothing and footwear. Visit our store on Albert Street in Belize City, San Pedro, La Isla Bonita, Park Street in Orange Walk Town, Belmopan, and San Ignacio, Santa Elena. Debari, get more, pay less.
Orange Walk, the future is brighter. Since Kevin Bernard became your representative, progress has never stopped, with Plan Belize 2.0 leading the way. In Palmar, 2 main roads have been paved. The main road that passes through Tower Hill Village has been paved, connecting our community. In Tan Pine Ridge, the entire road has been paved, a major step forward. And every month, new roads are being paved in Orange Walk East. Kevin Bernard is committed to building a stronger Orange Walk East, one road at a time. Together, we're moving forward. Kevin is the people's champion.
Celebration time. It don't matter what part of the jewel they come from. You da you and me da me. But guess what? All are we the one. See what I mean? Jump and shout all over the nation. We're breaking out with a new creation. It's been too long, we've got to unite now. Time and space.
So, Canton, you brought me over to your lab.
Yes.
All right. Now, I have not operated a lab in my whole life. I've been inside labs, obviously, but I've never operated one. So walk me through what I'm seeing and what you're...
Okay, so this is the product development lab, and this is where the magic happens, right? Now, for the process of product development, what you need to do is you need to create a recipe or a formulation. And from there, you're able to tweak, depending on the customer feedback. And also, this is where you're able now to get the consistent product every time you make it.
And where does that recipe and formulation come from?
It comes from the product developer. It comes from consumers. It comes from something that you may see out there in the market space that you want to create. Maybe your grandmother had a recipe that you want to now introduce to the public, right? So it comes from varying sources.
So I'm sure you use all that experience, that background experience that you had, that you told me about in Jamaica and before coming to Belize, and so, and you've applied all that into creating a quality product here in Belize.
Yes. Yes, I have.
So what happens in here now?
So I'm just going to show you a few of the equipment that we use every day in product development. One such is our scale. And the scale is important because it enables you to get a consistent product.
That's a small little scale.
Well,
tell me about it.
This maximum goes up to 3,200 grams or 3 kg, but you have scales that have varying degree for weights. You can have one that goes up to 5,000. But for product development, what you do is you do it in small amounts, right? So you develop your prototype before scaling up on your large equipment.
So you would weigh whatever you would have combined here?
Yes.
Okay. And
then, depending on the recipe, you will either mix or blend. If you're doing a sauce, and then if you need to pasteurize. But for juices, what we do is we will do our HPP, of course. So we'll just blend using our mixer and then HPP.
But then you have to write down how much you put in.
Yes.
So so that the blend is consistent.
Yes. So we try not to use teaspoons and cups because those vary depending on the person who is measuring. So some persons who are heavy-handed, some persons who may be light, so depending on it. So the weight is consistent. A gram or a pound is always a pound. Maybe a cup will be different depending on who is measuring. So we tend to use weights.
Okay, it's more accurate.
Yes.
Then we move from here and we go.
So we would blend on our mixer or in our blender. Then we will fill in the bottle or whichever packaging material that you're using. And then we will send to the lab for testing.
Okay.
Where they will do the bricks, all the things that Everista spoke about earlier, the bricks, the pH, acidity, etc.
So you're going to do a demonstration for me now?
Yes.
All right, let's go. What are you going to show me right now?
Today we are going to show you one of the products that we have in development, which is our avocado sauce and guacamole.
That product is being developed to put on the market?
Yes.
How far are you with that, you said?
Well, we do have a prototype, which we are doing our internal sensory evaluation on, meaning we'll ask the staff members to assess it for flavor, smell, color, sweetness, bitterness, if there is any. And then from there we will tweak if there needs to be any changes, and then we will move on to the next stage.
All right, so this is it here, I take it.
Right, so we get the avocados and we process it using our press, the grinder, and it gives us a puree.
So this is the straight avocado.
Right, this is the straight avocado. What we've added is lime juice, which helps to keep the product, well, not preserved, but to keep it from turning brown. Most natural fruits, or all natural fruits, will undergo enzymatic browning, and that process is controlled with a lower pH. So we add lime juice during the process to help to keep it from turning brown. So that is why it still looks green.
Still looks green, yeah.
Right.
And then what do you have in these bottles here? I see coconut milk, mango puree, coconut cream,
These are some of the products. So when we extract our fruits, they generally come out as a puree. So we have purees, and these are just some of the purees that we have for sale, the mango puree, soursop. So this is what I will get from our production. And this is what we will use now to blend into the products. So this is just showing you what it is that we have available.
Okay.
We're also developing
coconut cream,
a green juice, which is a vegetable drink. So
What all is in this green juice?
this green juice contains kale, spinach, cilantro, pineapple juice, orange juice, ginger.
Okay.
Yes.
And so this has to be sent to the guys for testing and tasting and
Right.
what have you before it's released to the public. Because
Yes.
this is not released yet.
No, it's not. It's something that we are working on as well.
All right.
We also have our coconut milk, the line of coconut milk that we're trying to also develop, or that is in development. We have our 10% milk, which would be the regular coconut milk that you will buy to drink, that you can use with your cereals, put in your coffee, etc. And then we have the coconut cream, which is the one that you would use now for ice cream or for your rice and beans or rice
Are
and
these
peas.
products on the market as yet?
These products are not on the market as is, but we do supply a 1 gallon container for persons who want it in bulk.
So if somebody like me would want some coconut cream at home, I can call and order a
We
gallon.
have the coconut cream, but the purees are available.
The puree is available, and this coconut cream not available.
Coconut cream, no. That's
Okay.
just in development.
Okay, still in development.
Still in development.
Okay, so you have the puree, the milk,
Milk and the cream.
and this is
This is an avocado sauce that I will. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to sell or trying to put on the market the basic guacamole or the basic avocado sauce
that we're used to.
that you can customize.
Okay,
So persons will be able to add their tomatoes, their onions, cheese, whatever it is that you want to customize your sauce or guacamole with. Yes.
flavor it according to your taste.
Yes. So it is a base right now, right? That is what we're focusing on. Once we have the prototype available, we will send it to the lab for testing, and we can go next door so that you can see exactly how this is done. And afterwards, we can come back for a sample of product. So we've now entered the quality assurance lab, and the man in charge is Mr. Everest Shah, and he will take it from here.
Yeah, Evarista was telling me earlier that he tastes everything, right? Evarista, can shake out like you taste everything. You taste everything that's in here already.
Once we make it, we have to flavor it. It's part of that's one of the fun thing about working here in the lab. We taste everything and make sure it is what the customer wants.
Okay.
Yeah, so that is the organoleptic part of it. And also we have analytical testings and the microbiological aspect of it. As you can see, this is our lab.
I see you have two ladies working there, and they seem to be very hard at work writing in books. What are they writing now? What are they studying?
So at the moment, they are conducting some analysis of the orange blends that we're conducting on the production floor. We have Carolee Lopez there. She's testing the bricks and the acidity of the orange juice. And again, everything that we do, we have to record it, and we have to maintain those records to ensure that we have evidence of what the quality is, so that we can maintain it consistently. All right. Carolee is the senior microbiologist, and we have Sonia Ak, who is also the quality assurance technician.
Okay, Carolee and Sonia. Oh my goodness, let's meet Carolee. Can we meet Carolee here? Hi, Carolee. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, and you?
I am holding on. What are you doing? What are you looking at today?
Right now, since I'm not in the microbiology lab, I'm helping Sonia with Brix acid ratio for our orange juice that we recently did.
No, you said something just now. I am not in the microbiology lab. Where's the microbiology lab?
Right
Oh, that's
behind us.
over
Yes,
there.
Yes.
Oh, okay, that's another room over there.
Yes, that's usually where I'm at, but I'm out here helping Sonia at the moment.
So how do you feel about her helping you? What is she helping you with?
She helped me in analyzing this orange juice. So right now I'll be testing the Brix acid ratio for our orange juice. And these tests
Brix acid data.
ratio. So this helps us to analyze our orange juice. Make these tests, we make sure that it meets the quality standards and our juice to taste good.
Okay,
So
you put a little drop in it.
on the prism, yes.
So
And this is called a refractometer. So here I'm just testing the uncorrected bricks.
13.1, is that good?
Yes.
Okay. What's the ideal amount and bricks that we should have?
Just a drop on the prism, and here I'll be weighing an amount to test bricks acid ratio using the titrina. So this is going to give me the amount of sodium hydroxide I'm using to test our acidity of our orange juice.
We also verify that indeed it is of what we are expecting, right? As Sonia was explaining earlier, she's basically doing the bricks acid ratio using the refractometer. The bricks is the sweetness of the juice, how sweet it is, and the acidity using the titrino, it tells you how acidic your juice is. And once you with experience, just by tasting it, you can already determine or have an expectation of what your bricks would be or what your acidity would be. So these are just verification to tell you that indeed it is at that acidity and at that bricks level, right? So these are data or it's not subjective to if you were to flavor it, you might say this is not sweet, and for me it may be sweet, but the refractometer will tell you that this is the bricks. So that is what we rely on rather than our
so it's a combination there.
Yes, yeah, okay. Yeah. So this helps us to get that information, right? That's just part of the analysis. We also conduct the oil analysis of the juices.
And you do this for all juices?
For all juices. Okay. When it comes to citrus, most citrus contains oil. Mm-hmm. You would like to know what is the oil content of the juices. Why? Because then when you have increased oil content in your juice, it creates that burning sensation in your mouth, and you don't want that, right? So we have our oil distillation apparatus, okay, where we get the juices and then we put them in this flask, turn on the heater, and it distills the juice and the oil, and then we get the distillate and we test for that specific oil content, okay, right? That's the oil aspect of our juices. We also check for the pulp content using our centrifuge. Again, similarly, during our processes, we have equipments that squeeze the product while it's in process. And when it comes to the equipment, they can be adjusted to give you more pulp or less pulp. Okay. Right? And we have to monitor that in the lab. We collect sample and we bring it into the lab. And here we have our centrifuge. And what? What's that? Yeah. So this is our centrifuge. You get some tubes. We pour the samples into the tube, and we allow it to spin. So the centrifugal force will create a separation to tell you how much solids is present or how much pulp is present in the juice, right? And that will allow you to make sure your product has that consistent texture when it comes to the pulp in the juice itself, right? So it contributes to the overall flavor profile of the juice, yeah?
Ladies, you're hard at work. What are you writing in these books? I started off by looking at these books, but what are you writing in these books?
This is the same information that we're getting from our titrino and our refractometer. We have to keep a record of everything that we do. Okay. So the information we get, we have to put it in by batch for each sample.
So yes, each sample has to be recorded as to what it is. Well, you can trace. So every juice that you produce, you can trace it to where it came from.
Back to where it came from, all the way from the fields.
So if anything should unfortunately go wrong out there,
we can trace it back.
Right back.
Yes, sir.
To what batch it was and where it came from.
Yes, sir.
That's well organized.
We try to be.
I think now we can move into the microbiology lab again.
Okay. Let's take a quick look in there then.
Yep. This lab is normally a sterile environment. I have you all in here so I can really show you anything that I'm testing, because when I test, no one else is allowed apart from me. Okay. But I can give you guys a tour of the lab.
Okay, well, let's do a quick one then, because I don't want to touch anything or...
Yes, so in here it's always sterile, but when we do our testing, we use So they come in packaged like this, and we have for each microorganism that we look for.
Okay.
So we test for salmonella, we test for yeast and mold, aerobic testing. Each juice again, or each batch that's created has to be tested before it can be released.
So you work in conjunction
Yes.
with what happens in there?
Yes, sir.
Then brought to you.
They do the analytical part, and then it comes here. We do the microbiology
And then
part.
everybody so taste it.
And he tastes it, yes.
So this is
This is our autoclave.
That's what you cannot open.
Yes,
You cannot
this
open that.
is. It can be open because right now I have some. It's just water that we sterilize for our testing. So that's the autoclave, and then we plate under our hood. And then it's incubated. Actually, Silkgrass Farms is really good with training. We get a lot of training. They have people that they bring in to train us for different stuff. I was fortunate enough to do the microbiology part of it. I've been here a while, so this, after being out there, now I'm in here, and we had this company that came in and did training for us.
Okay.
So we have our incubators. After it's plated, it's here. It's placed in the incubator for the amount of time that it needs to be placed. Sorry, and then we have our temperature probes. This is connected to a Sapir program that we have, and if any of the temperature should be out of range, it will send a notification to our tablet as well as Mr. Shal. It's connected to his phone, so if anything is out of range, he knows, and then he can notify us, and we have to come and check it.
Come rectify quickly.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, amazing, amazing. So everything is well organized. So like you said, from the juice that I buy, if I buy a bottle of juice and I want to trace where it came from, what date it was manufactured, and so on, that I can trace from that bottle of juice right up to all the way up to the maybe the tree it came from.
Yes, sir. Actually, we do record based on, I think, lots in the farm. So yes, we could go up all the way back to probably the tree.
Wow.
Yes.
It came from that particular mango tree. Wow. You know, then it comes to my hand and I drink it, so I now can trace back exactly what I'm drinking.
Yes.
Okay, very good. And nice to understand that. Is there anything you want to tell me before we start?
Just addition to the testing of the product itself that we produce, we also are in the preventative. We have the preventative aspect of it. So we need to ensure our facility is clean, our equipment is clean, and our personnel are hygienic. So addition to sampling and testing our product, we do swabbing. We test in different locations of the facility to ensure that they are clean, and that is where even the drains we need to look at and ensure that those are clean. So that is signs that what we're doing inside the facility is a clean process, and that at the end we are sure that our product will be safe and it is of quality standards that is how we protect our consumers then. So without this microbe lab,
This lab is important, man. It's like the heart of everything.
Yes, it is like the heart of our whole operation. It tells us that yes, you can drink this juice.
Yes.
Right.
Very important.
Yes.
Well, Marisa, thank you so much for being so kind. I understand that you all have some avocado dip and so on that we will try next door.
Indeed.
So I'm looking forward to that.
Okay, well, we can head on over right there right now and get on with that.
I've learned a whole lot today, right? It was really fun for me being here and learning what I've learned about silkgrass juices. You know, I'm so it provides a lot of confidence. But I want to ask about these big bottles here. Is there's no difference? It's the same juice, just as it's packaged in bigger containers, right? That's what it is.
Right.
Family package.
Right. It's basically the same juice, different package.
Okay. But of note, you only do 3, right? The watermelon, the orange, and the coconut water in big bottles.
Right. We do the pineapple as well.
And the pineapple,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. Well, I guess if
What we also do, Rene, I must say, is that with resorts and stuff like that, in the event they want product and want a different package, we will offer that. Like if they want it in a gallon or if they want it in a 3-liter bag, we will provide that. We try to customize for the market that requires it. Because selling these smaller ones, like, unless it goes in a fridge in a room, selling the smaller ones don't hit the resort market. The half gallon is a little too small. The gallon is okay, but I think that's why we change our packaging.
So you take orders for any amount, regardless of so this is your packaging, but you are willing to do packaging for anybody that want to custom make their own, depending on size and quantity and what have you.
We are a
right?
co-packer.
You're a good.
We're a co-packer, and we're a toll packer, which means that you could do your process. You can produce, put your product in whatever container you want. We have the critical control point, which is the sterilization component, whether it's HPP, whether it's retort. We can do that. So we have the ability to help other people finish their process that they need to do. And when you went through the factory, if you could recall, that was a big component that we boasted about.
No, if I want to do Rene's juice, what make I say love juice, not true? So I want to do love juice, all right? Would you label and package that product for me?
We sure would. The only thing that we'd need there is limited quantities and that sort of stuff. But we co-pack right now. One of our exports that we do, we co-pack for Jamaica, Coldfield, Jamaica, and we co-pack as Pure Country. And we're sending juices and we're sending coconut water to them.
Pure Country and the label Pure Country.
The label Pure Country. To a large extent on the export market, we prefer to co-pack or put somebody else's label, because when you have to go and develop your label in somebody else's country, it's very expensive. So we co-pack. We are a co-packer.
But it does say the one that you export would say made in Belize, Jubilee of Belizean juices, right?
Yeah, the quid pro quo with that is product of Belize, made hashtag Silkgrass Farms, so that when you go to the hashtag Silkgrass Farms, you get the Silkgrass Farms story. Okay. So we just don't co-pack. We co-pack and have a story to tell about our conservation or this or that and all the other things that we do within the business.
I know Silkgrass Farm has a massive conservation program, and but maybe in a minute or so you can just remind me of this massive conservation program that you're doing, because I know we touched it in a previous show.
We have, we're right on the verge of closing a carbon credit sale, for the private reserve, which is 24,000 acres. So that is Silkgrass Farms Wildlife Preserve. That is privately owned by an NGO within the group. We also recently, since February, got the concession for the City River Reserve. It's a 30-year concession. It's in the format of a logging concession, but it is with non-logging. Mm-hmm. So we absolutely will log nothing out of the conservation, the reserve, although it has the format of a logging reserve, logging paper. It is a non-logging thing, and I have to state that because I don't want people to misunderstand that we are so much into the conservation thing, and then we'll have
extraction.
And we're not doing that. The whole idea is to protect that, see what carbon credits you can get for the government, because the government owns it. So whatever carbon credits we get on that would be government-owned carbon credits and that sort of stuff. Yeah.
Excellent. Now, my juice is finished, and my producer looks at me and says, "So is your time." So let me just take my last. And I'm sorry, but we got to close up. But before we leave, let's get some comments from you. As I understand it, the whole process, it starts with your formula. Then he tastes it and makes sure the quality is there. And then he makes sure that it's properly handled and it gets to the consumer. That's how it goes, right? So that's the process right here. Anything you'd like to tell me that I did not ask you?
Our juices are, 100% natural. All the antioxidants, all the vitamins that you want from the fruit, you can pick up a bottle of siltgrass juices.
Okay.
Yes.
And it make me healthy and...
Yes.
Well, that one I drank have me energized.
As our label says, shine on.
Shine on.
Yes.
Okay. Well, we'll do some shining on. Thank you, Kadia. Let's go to Evaristo now and see, because from you it goes to Evaristo, right? Okay.
Right. Again, our juices are 100% natural, fresh, healthy, and safe. So whenever you're thirsty, just grab one. And like what Kadia mentioned, shine on. Stay healthy.
Wilfred, go ahead.
Okay. Of course, with Shining On, I want to also establish that we have additional products coming out. We have a long line of things, like we, of course, are looking into vanilla extract, using coconut meat as other products, or for other products as well. So, we want that the public look forward to those products coming out, on top of all the good stuff we have already. Yeah.
Well, congratulations to you all on the wonderful job you're doing. Right, and for providing us with such delicious Belizean products, because that to me that's what's important in this whole thing, is that it's Belizean. Proud of my country, proud of everything that is Belizean, and it feels good to see a product of this quality being manufactured by Belizeans and consumed by Belizeans. Right, so this is a good feeling, right? Now, Henry, feedback. If I don't like something, or if I think you can improve on something, what do I do?
We have
I want to criticize something.
We have a contact line at Siltgrass Farms or Siltgrass Enterprises line that you can call and make a complaint. Our salespeople are out there all the time. They bring back complaints and stuff like that. And we have teams that go out and do market assessment studies and ask questions and stuff like that for the... We take it very seriously. So on a weekly basis, we keep track of our returns and stuff like that, and try to make it, to correct it.
So you're always improving based on your clients' feedback.
And the feedback, yeah.
Which is important, that's how we grow. We listen to feedback and we grow. Anything you'd like to tell me before we close off here?
I have heard a lot of back and forths. Being a leader of the group, I've heard a lot of things about the juices that we have and stuff. One of the major complaints that we get is the availability of the product, not necessarily about the product. Where can I find it? I can't find it. Where is it? And that sort of stuff. So I think we definitely have to improve on getting it out there for us to be able to make everybody understand what it is. And I will say that, and I can proudly say, actually, that there's nothing better.
The label here says, like I kept reading during the show, from the sunny groves of Stan Creek, Belize, to you and yours, shine on. And when you shine, you reflect what you love doing, right? But as we all know, love is a choice that we all make. And we love our country. We love what our country produces. And so, because we make the choice to love, we say, Belize and beyond, thanks for choosing love.
It don't matter what part of the jewel they come from. You that you and me that me. But guess what? All are we the one. See what I mean? Jump and shout all over the nation. We're breaking out with a new creation.